It stands as a reminder of West Texas history, a monument from a time when the West was still wild and untamed. You'll find it at the base of Sleeping Lion Mountain near Olympia Creek in the Davis Mountain Range, a phantom from the past, and yet so full of life.
Welcome to Fort Davis National Historic Site. Fort Davis was established in 1854 and was named after Jefferson Davis, who was Secretary of War at the time.
John Sutton has, in essence, become the modern-day commander of the fort as its Director of Operations.
Fort Davis became a unit of the National Park Service in the early 1960s. It was established because of the extensive foundations, ruins, and buildings that we have here. For many historians, Fort Davis is regarded as one of the most outstanding surviving examples of a southwestern military fort.
The buildings are all original structures, some restored and furnished inside to give visitors a sense of what life on America's frontier was like.
There's a lot of history to be seen here at Fort Davis, and it all comes alive with the help of volunteers.
Come on in. Welcome to the commanding officer's quarters.
Complete in period costumes, these volunteers magically transport you to a different time, a time when bathrooms were portable. And yet it seems a time of sharp contrast. In a place where cactus and Indians dotted the landscape, these accommodations look very inviting, even by today's standards. Not everyone at Fort Davis lived in comfort, mind you.
This is our enlisted men's barracks.
The men who slept here were a tough breed. Their job demanded it. Fort Davis was established in response to Indian raids along the San Antonio to El Paso Road. The troops from the fort spent most of their time in the decidedly unglamorous task of escorting mail and freight trains and pursuing raiders who had attacked a mail station. And as far as the gun battles you may remember from the movies go,
this is the 45 caliber Colt Armory revolver. This is the main handgun of the U.S. Cavalry. More often than not, these were locked up in the first sergeant's room because soldiers tended to go and take these into town and get into trouble with them, get into gunplay. A very useless weapon, could only be accurate up to about 25 yards. Very rarely used.
Oh well, so much for Hollywood legends.
The Civil War destroyed the defense system of this area. When Texas seceded from the Union in 1861, Fort Davis and all of her sister posts were ordered abandoned. They were then occupied by Confederate troops in June of that same year.
The Confederates, in turn, abandoned the fort a year later. Apaches soon destroyed it, and for 5 years, Fort Davis lay in silence.
After the Civil War, the fort was garrisoned by a number of newly created regiments consisting of black enlisted men. These soldiers were called Buffalo Soldiers by their Indian antagonists, out of respect for their fighting abilities and their resemblance to that of the honored buffalo. From 1867 to 1885, during much of the major years of action here at Fort Davis, these troops played a key role in opening West Texas for settlement.
Its mission complete, Fort Davis now welcomes all who have a desire to experience history firsthand and find out exactly how the West was won.